All right, I start up with a warm up. Let's go ahead and go right into some butt kicks, some nice slow butt kicks. Bringing the heel up to the glute, warming up the legs. Switching up into high knees, bringing the knee up to the chest. Kind of using that core, trying to squeeze the core as we do this. Coming to some side kicks. So just coming up, go ahead and stay with that same side, kicking out, planting the opposite foot down. Gonna test our balance here. Finding that focus point helps with balance. Go ahead and switch legs on your next. Feeling balance before you start. Woo. Awesome, good. Let's come into some windmills now. Coming in some upper body. Coming up and around. Good, let's go ahead and do some twisting punches. Warming up that spine, core. Feeling the blood flowing. Let's go ahead and come into some push-pulls, pushing out in front, using the chest, squeezing down and back with those shoulder blades. Warming up through that full shoulder joint, the chest. Feeling that squeeze. Not just kind of coming through it like back and forth, kind of haphazardly. We want to really feel the squeeze every time. We're really trying to warm up those muscles. All right, same thing overhead. Pushing up over our head, squeezing down, squeezing the shoulder blades down the spine. All right, go ahead, shake it out. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start off with froggers. So you can do froggers with a chair if you want to, or we can come on the floor. So chair, you have a chair around. You can do a frogger here. The feet come back together and we come out wide, up wide, back together, okay? Or you can do this on the floor, same thing. Coming in on the floor, stepping up, wide, back, feet together. Or we can add in that hop, jumping back and forth. All right, we're doing 30 seconds. Ready? And begin. Stepping up and wide, or if you're just stepping side to side. Breathe, these are hard. Doing great. Keep it up. Get right into it. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Taking a breath. We are going to grab some weights here. All right, we're gonna do a combination move, all right? Coming into a good squat first, so we're hinging at those hips, the back stays nice and upright, right, into that good squat. What we're gonna add into that is coming into an upright row. So coming down into that good squat, and as we come down, we're coming into the upright row, gonna fly those elbows out to our side using our shoulders, all right? So we're coming down, upright row, back down, coming up. Coming down, upright row, back up. Ready. And begin. Nice strong core here, squeezing those glutes as we stand up. Do things at once. Breathing. Doing awesome. Working those shoulders into that upright row. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, with the next one, you can choose either just to do body weight. If you want to have a dumbbell or two, completely fine. I'm going to use one dumbbell. So we're going to come into that curtsy lunge. So planting one foot down, coming into a curtsy lunge, coming back, wrapping back and around here, coming down into that lunge. We're stepping up, pressing into that hip here. That's in front. Want to make sure we don't really push off with that back foot here, okay? It's really easy to do that. Really want to rely on that front leg squeezing up. Ready? And begin. We're going to come into just sticking with one side, and we will switch. Pressing that weight into that front leg. Not pushing off a whole lot with that back leg. Good, go ahead and switch to the other side. Doing the outer hip work. If you're really pressing through that front leg, you're not going to be able to fly through like this. You're not going to be coming in like this. If you're really pressing through that front leg, it's going to take a little bit more strength, a little bit more time. Really squeezing, feeling that movement. 2, 1, rest. Okay, coming to the floor now. Done with our weights. Okay. Gonna do diamond push-ups or close grip push-up. All right, so hands are gonna be together. All right, so hands are together here, right? You can come onto your knees here for this one if you want. You're a little bit more advanced, you can come up to the regular. All right, hands are together right underneath our chest. The word, how it comes from diamond is sometimes we make a diamond out of our hands if you want to, or just have your hands close together. You can also do this on the wall if you'd rather. Ready? And begin. Coming down, squeezing up, using our chest and our triceps. Coming down, squeezing up. Breathe. Doing what you can. Doing great. Coming down to the floor, squeezing up. Here we go. Almost done. Pressing through. 2, 1. Rest. Giving those arms a second because we're going to come right back to them. Back to back here, shaking them out. Taking a breath. Going to start up with regular push-ups. So getting into regular push-up position here. All right, again, you can be on your knees if you'd rather. Just make sure the knees aren't right underneath the hips. And we're doing something like this. Want those knees extended. Usually helps to come into that plank. Drop straight down. All right, hands are a little bit wider, right underneath shoulders. Elbows are coming back more than they're coming out. Ready, and begin. Using that breath, pushing up. Doing great. These are hard back to back. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew, arms are burning. All right, giving those a break. Coming to the core. We're going to be doing flutter kicks next. Laying on our back. Flutter kicks, we're just taking our legs and coming back up and down with them, all right? So we're trying to maintain that low back on the floor here. I want to imagine you're squishing a ball or something underneath that low back, okay? So we're trying to maintain that low back position, and we're just going to do flutter kicks. Legs can have a little bend here, just coming back and forth. Coming up a little bit higher if you need to, a little bit lower for more of a challenge. Ready, and begin. Breathe, remember to breathe. Doing awesome. Coming up if you need a little bit of help. Pressing that low back to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, we're actually sitting right on our back here. Just gonna give ourselves a few seconds to catch our breath before we come into the last exercise of this set. All right, toe touch crunch. Now this one, if you want a little bit added weight, feel free, or you can just use body weight here. I'm gonna have a dumbbell. So what we're doing, toes are up, trying to squeeze the shoulder blades off of the floor, coming back down, squeezing up and down, working that upper core. Ready, and begin. You can do, still feel a really good core exercise, just maybe trying to slow it down on your way back down if you don't have a weight. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Here's where we're grabbing a drink, grabbing a breath, or walking in place if you're feeling good. All right, we're gonna start off with those froggers in about 15 seconds, deciding if you wanna be on the chair here, stepping up. You can add in the hop even with that one if you want to, or we're on the floor, making it your own. Ready? Let's begin. Froggers, feet are back together, coming up and wide. You can step back like I am. You wanna add in the hop, coming back and forth, feeling good? Do that. Here we go, you got this. Breathe. Finishing strong. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Taking a moment, we're gonna grab our weights here. All right, blood's flowing, heart's up. We're gonna come into squats in an upright row. Ready, and begin. Squatting down, upright row, working those shoulders, and back up. Squatting down, row, and up. You're suffering with the squat and you can only go about halfway, that's fine. Come into that half squat and squeeze up. You don't want to do anything that's gonna compromise your body. Just doing what you can. Two, 1, rest. All right, deciding, we're coming into curtsy lunge next, deciding if you want to weight, both weights, no weight. All right, deciding what foot we're gonna start with, planting the opposite foot down, right? Coming into that curtsy lunge. Ready, and start. Coming down, squeezing through that front leg. Coming back into that curtsy, swinging back and through. Switching in 2, 1. Switching opposite foot, opposite leg, twisting back here. Making sure we're trying not to push off a whole lot with that back foot. Pressing through that front leg. 2, 1. Rest. All right, we're to the floor. Gonna get those push-ups. Starting off, diamond push-ups or close grip push-up. Ready. Here we go. 30 seconds. Pressing through. Using that breath as we push up away from the floor. Really pressing through those hands and fingertips. Breathe. You can do this. There we go. Pressing through the floor. Pressing away from the earth here. Almost done. 2, 1. Quick rest. Giving our arms and chest a little bit of recovery here. So we're going to come into normal push-ups, regular push-ups. Again, you can do this on the wall if you need to. Ready, regular push-ups. Here we go. Using that breath as you press up. Squeezing through that chest. Doing awesome. Burning out those arms, upper body. Getting stronger, getting better. 2, 1. Rest. All right, coming to our back now, flipping over. Hitting the core. Flutter kicks. Coming back and forth with those legs. Low back's on the floor. Ready. Here we go. Breathing through this again, making it a little bit higher here. Coming down low. You feel nice and strong in that core today. Almost done. Breathe. 2, 1. Rest. Quick hug up those knees to the chest. Still staying on our back. Couple breaths. Getting ready for toe touch crunch. You want to have a weight? Go ahead, grab one, or just use body weight. Ready. Here we go. Shoulders are off of the floor, making sure we're using our shoulders and not our neck. Bring those shoulders off of the floor. Feeling that squeeze. Reaching up. You can hold the split second to really feel that core engage. Nice and slow, nice and controlled on that way back down. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right, one more break, one more drink. Walking in place if you want. All right, we're gonna start up with Froggers in about 15 seconds. Taking a breath, last time through. Giving yourself a pep talk. All right, Froggers, starting up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Pushing through, just keep moving. Don't give up, you're almost done. Three, 2, 1. All right, grabbing our weights. Coming in to a squat and an upright row. Hitting those legs and shoulders. Ready, and begin. Down, rowing, up. Remember, we want to remain nice and upright in that core. Okay. Squeezing all around, squeezing those glutes as we come back up. Breathe, doing great. 2, 1, rest. Taking a moment here, deciding what you want to do for last time of curtsy lunges. All right, ready, and begin. Curtsy lunge. Twisting back and around, pressing through that upper hip or that front hip. Getting stronger in the glutes. It's going to help with a lot of issues a lot of us might be suffering with. Go ahead and switch on your next. Pressing through that front hip. Almost done. Burning out those legs and glutes. 2, 1, rest. All right, coming to the floor. It's 2 minutes left total of exercise. We can do this. Diamond push-ups. Coming to the wall if you need to. All right. Ready, diamond push-ups, and begin. Coming down, squeezing up, working those triceps and chest here. Elbows come back, we're pressing through the floor here. Almost done. Here we go. 2, 1, rest. Shaking out those arms. All right, gonna get ready for regular push-ups. Starting about 10 seconds. All right, regular push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Finding that happy place, finding that breath, finding the strength here. You can do it. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Upper body is shaking today. All right, 2 more exercises. Coming to our core, laying on our back here. Flutter kicks first. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Flutter kicks. Pressing that low back to the floor here. Challenging our core. Hitting a little bit of lower abdominals with this one. Breathe. You can do this. Three, 2, 1. Woo! All right, you can hug those knees up. Take a quick breath. We got our last 30 seconds. Gonna finish off with those toe touch crunches. Grabbing a weight if you want. Ready, and begin. Shoulders off of the floor, coming back down. Last 30 seconds, really feeling that squeeze in the abdominals. We don't want to just fly through like this. Not getting a whole lot of benefit out of that. We want to come up, a little bit of resistance on that way down. Feeling the muscle. Getting stronger. We're almost done. Breathe. And break.
I gotta go, Justina. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. See you Tuesday.
You too. See ya. Bye. See ya.
All right. So
you too. I'll see you later. We'll see you at work. Bye.
okay, bye. All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna come into a cool down, a stretch here. We're gonna come into a 90-90, all right? So coming on the floor, when we're coming into a 90-90, we wanna try to bring this front leg up and across into about 90 degrees, and this back leg is also gonna do the same thing. Okay, coming up here. Just feeling kind of the hips work, trying to get into this stretch. We don't want to lean a whole lot right into this arm here. We're trying to be able to sit up into this position, trying to push this knee down here. Pulling that other leg back. All right, what you can do is press into that knee, trying to bring this front ankle up. And same thing with the back, trying to bring this back ankle up. You can do it yourself if you want, or a little bit of help here. You're just kind of fiddling around here a little bit with how that core feels. We're twisted a lot, trying to correct that as much as we can. Just kind of feeling this position. It's gonna be different for everyone. All right, good. Go ahead, you're gonna switch. So front leg now, gonna come up to that 90. We want the knee in line with that front hip point and coming out nice and straight. We don't want it tucked towards us. Want it to that 90-degree angle. Same thing with this back leg. This back knee is gonna come out straight from the outside of that hip, and then that leg is gonna come back. We're not, again, not bringing that heel to the glute at all here. I wanna feel this. I have a little bit of difficult time. Majority of people do. Our hips tend to be very tight. An issue for a lot of us. So going through this, kind of whatever you feel like you need to do, pressing through this front knee, coming up, trying to bring up that ankle here. All right, same thing with this back. See what we can do by your own, and see what you can do when you help. Feeling how the core is engaging. Woo, good. Nice and slow, come out of that. Look at those outer hips, feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead, come to this forward fold, seated forward fold. Legs are together, trying to reach for our toes. I'm about shins right now this morning. Hamstrings are tight. Breathing, maybe trying to reach. We don't want to do a bouncing motion, coming back and forth like this. I want to just kind of find where we can comfortably hold with a little bit of a stretch. Maybe after every exhale, just try to curl those fingers and hold a little bit more. Breathe, relax those muscles. We're holding on to them, try to relax them. Awesome, nice and slow. Coming back up. Let's go ahead and just do a seated twist. Bringing both hands back behind us. And same thing, wrapping around to the other side. Good. Let's come to butterfly now. Bottoms of feet are together. Pulling those legs up. Feel a nice inner hip stretch. You can use those elbows to push down if you need to. Otherwise, just stay here. Trying to maintain a nice neutral spine, a nice straight spine. We don't want to curl a whole lot like this. We want to maintain that nice straight spine and coming forward. Awesome. Good. Let's come to a comfortable seated position. Let's bring one hand up. So let's go ahead. I have my right hand up. I'm gonna put my left hand on my right wrist, and then I'm gonna lean to the left, gonna pull kind of this shoulder into a seated side stretch without bringing that hip up, right? We want the hip to maintain down, coming into that side stretch. Awesome, good. Gonna switch, grabbing the other wrist and pulling to the other side. Feeling in between our, underneath our shoulder, all the way down to the hip. Good. And go ahead, just cactus those arms down. Roll up those shoulders and release. Let's go ahead, clasp our hands behind our back here, pulling down. We don't want to kind of come forward with those shoulders still forward. We're trying to roll those shoulders down and back, away from our ears and away from our chest. All right, pulling down here, opening up the chest. Maybe slightly looking up here. Awesome, good. Release. We're gonna come to a tricep stretch, trying to reach for our own shoulder here, pulling up overhead. Trying to engage this back hand, trying to get that, I mentioned you have a scratch in between your shoulders, trying to reach that, feeling a nice tricep stretch. Good, and release. Other side. Very good, go ahead and release down. Feel free to keep stretching here. This is where I'll end with you guys. Have a great day.